This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Welcome in to your Thursday edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here on the channel. And let me tell you, you know what? A slower news day in Oilers land, right? Obviously, Archibald and Koskinen returned to Oilers ice at Rogers Place today. I think some other ones did. Hold on. Go over to the Oilers Twitter feed because, my goodness, you gotta find the updates every single day. Yeah, who am I missing? Oscar Klefbom back in action at Rogers Place, so he's safely made the journey back from Sweden, and now he's out there on the ice getting ready to play some playoff hockey for the second time in his career. However, you know what? That got me thinking today. We've got all this speculation. I've talked about X Factors, I've talked about the heroes, that kind of thing of our playoff run, even before we knew exactly what a playoff run was going to look like. Now that we do, we have some tests and some questions to ask ourselves about kind of this whole playoff run. And I think one thing, if you're looking at the Chicago situation, they're talking about adding in Brent Seabrook again. He was on the LTIR, and he's probably not going to play ever again this season. And now all of a sudden you're playing in July, and he might be ready to go as he joined the Phase 2 skates with the Blackhawks today. That's the other side of the Phase 2 you need to know when it comes to the Oilers this day. Well, my friends, how about this? How about I show you this graphic, alright? That's why you're here. That's why you've come to discuss things with me today. Ethan Berra, Caleb Jones, scratch off Joel Persson, Tyler Benson, and William Lagesson. These are four guys that will be part of the playoff training camp roster when it comes down to things for the Oilers. These are four guys that more than likely will be Edmonton Oilers in this playoff run. And here's the question. What unites all four of these guys, even Joel Persson to an extent, is the fact that they are all rookies for this NHL season with our Edmonton Oilers. Somehow, Kailer Yamamoto doesn't qualify according to NHL.com. I think he played just a few too many games last season to qualify, and that's why, of course, Ethan Berra would then qualify even though he played a couple seasons ago. However, let's get to it. The simple stats here: 71 games played, 5 goals, 16 assists, 21 points for Ethan Berra. 43 games played, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points for Caleb Jones. 13... Scratch Joel Persson, what am I doing? Tyler Benson, 7 games played, 1 assist for 1 point. And then, of course, William Lagesson, who had played a total of 8 games for us this season on the back end. So that's where you need to know about these guys, is they are, of course, our rookies going into playoffs. And I think the one question we haven't asked is how the rookies will fare when it comes down to the playoffs this season. I think we've kind of reviewed each of these guys individually as the season's gone on, right? Ethan Berra, obviously the stud rookie defenseman on the back end, stepped into a top 4 role immediately, succeeded right out of the gate, continued to succeed all season long. Yes, there's gaffes or two, but he's playing with Darnell Nurse and he's a rookie, so let's just kind of throw a little bit of caution out there that it might not all be Ethan Berra's fault, and even if it is, he's a rookie. Let's move on and develop him instead of shipping him out of town like we have so many times before. Caleb Jones, I think if you weren't over the moon with Ethan Berra, you were over the moon with what Caleb Jones has done this season, and why not? The kid had a great go. He had a good little start last year, then got up this year and really has done some great things in 43 games played. Yeah, Caleb Jones played 43 games for the Edmonton Oilers this season. That is like 4 out of 7 games this season. Caleb Jones was in the lineup if you stretched it out over 7 game stretches. Joel Persson, he played 13 games. He's gone. He's back to Vasho Lakers. We don't need to worry about him. Don't forget about him. Just straight up, probably a better chapter to forget. Tyler Benson, 7 games played. You know what? Towards the end of his tenure with the Oilers this regular season, he was starting to come on strong, playing with Archibald and Sheehan, and they were starting to buzz and they were starting to do good things, and it would be nice to see him, if he gets playoff time, to get in and do a good job and maybe get a point or two to add to his resume of his already lengthy elite prospects page if you go out and check that thing out. And William Lagesson, the defender that just fills in. That's William Lagesson, honestly. To ask anything more of William Lagesson than to just fill in on the left-hand side, you're asking too much, I think. But you know what? Admirable fill in, played 11:52. Yeah, he's a -4, but realistically, our bottom pair defensemen, our defensemen all up and down the lineup. Look at Oscar Klefbom's plus minus, mind you. So realistically, sample size too small on William Lagesson to really evaluate he's right off or not, but he will get time. And you know what? He filled in. That's in essence the word, right? So William Lagesson, hopefully see more out of him. Hopefully not see too much out of him in the playoffs because we have our top 6. So honestly, let's do a little exercise right here. I want you in your head, before I say what I'm going to say, rank who we're most likely to see star in the playoffs as a rookie for our Edmonton Oilers. And oh wait, hold on, Tyson, you're going to make this way too obvious. Yeah, I am. 1, 2, 4, 5. Simple, straight up. As you see it on this chart, that is how I see it. Ethan Bear, he's got the opportunity, he has the position, he has the ability to be a star in these playoffs as a rookie. I'm not talking Ethan Bear is going to outshine Oscar Klefbom and win the Conn Smythe. No, I'm not. But I'm saying Ethan Bear will probably be the most valuable rookie on the Oilers in the playoffs. If not, number 2 on that list will be Caleb Jones, and you've seen what he's done. Should Chris Russell get hurt, Caleb Jones is the guy that fills that hole automatically. Should Darnell Nurse or Oscar Klefbom get hurt, Caleb Jones is that guy that moves the lineup up and fills that hole. Caleb Jones, again, he's the next guy in the wings, essentially on the left side. Yes, Mike Green's on the right side. Go back and forth between Green and Benning all you want, but Caleb Jones on the left side is the guy who's the next up if Chris Russell starts the playoffs in the lineup. Let's just kind of put that asterisk right there. If Chris Russell starts in the playoffs, of course, Caleb Jones is your next man up, and he is the next most likely rookie for the Oilers to star in the playoffs. Now, that star, does that mean just to hold their own? Probably. You get the point. Let's move on. Tyler Benson, why is he number 4? Because Tyler Benson, if he sees game time, we've probably got bigger problems than we do in terms of what's on the ice, right? Obviously, there's injuries, heaven forbid COVID, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that'll be involved in more than likely us seeing Tyler Benson involved in a playoff game for the Oilers. Unless, I mean, if we're up somehow 3-0 in a series and we feel like wasting one, which with this playoffs, if you feel like wasting one, you are out to lunch. But, I mean, stranger things have happened. Take March 2020, April 2020, May 2020, June 2020, and July 2020 so far as an example, if you please. And William Lagesson, I think I made my thoughts pretty clear on that one before we even started ranking this list top to bottom. William Lagesson, again, if we see him, problem, because that means Caleb Jones or 2 of 4 of Caleb Jones, Chris Russell, Darnell Nurse, and Oscar Klefbom are injured. We have that problem. We ain't moving on to the next round. Delete it, forget it. Let's go next year. That's kind of how that would end up going, but I don't see that happening. I think we'll be just dandy, just fine. And if William Lagesson is needed for a game, William Lagesson is there for a game. William Lagesson, I don't think, is the guy to go out there and star and win us a series on his back, playing excellent defense and scoring a couple goals. Based on the sample size, I don't see it. So that's fine, right? Obviously, it makes sense on this rookie list. And then forget about the sophomores of Yamamoto. And I guess, technically speaking, why isn't a Joachim Nygard and a Gaetan Oss on here? But they are, I believe, over the age of rookie status. So they come in as veteran rooks, if that makes sense. Because they're both, 27, 28 kind of deal. So that makes sense. I just thought of that. Sorry, I should have clarified that a lot earlier when I clarified the Yamamoto remarks. My bad. But right, you've got the sophomores, the veteran rooks, that kind of stuff. But straight up and down, outside of the guys, the black aces like a Cooper Marody and Ryan McLeod, who will also be up. I really don't see anyone in Evan Bouchard, Philip Broberg, right? Those guys are down the depth chart as it looks right now. Now, I will add one more asterisk to this whole thing. If things change in training camp, we will re-evaluate this whole video and we'll set up as we transition from training camp to exhibition games to actual playoffs. Guys, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also consider clicking one of the 4 videos set up right here on your screen right now. I'm up on out of here.